Welcome. Where do I have to look? Oh, I have to look over here. All right, guys. So listen up. I'll let everybody kind of get in. I know some people might want to ask questions, and I'll answer some questions. I got a little bit of time to kill, so what's up with Ozzy's parrot, bro? Making a scene. What's happening. So every now and then I like to go live and stuff like that, so kind of give you guys some info of what's going on. And just got back from a crazy vacation. I did a vacation down the West Coast, so I flew from Seattle. I got from to Seattle. What's up, guys? Um, so I came from Seattle and I did the whole coastline. Cool trip. I try not to put too many of my videos from like my does it vroom vroom. Listen, tomorrow, Jason. Tomorrow we're gonna find out because I just got back from my epic vacation. That's what I was just talking about right now. From the West Coast, I went from Seattle all the way down. Um, we did have. Remember in one of the videos I said that we got to make sure that the harness works and all that stuff. Well, long story short, I had to buy a brand new harness, but I did that while I was away in vacation. So Rodolfo had started it, and I told him, "Hey, listen, everybody wants to see the motor start. So do I." And I was like, "I'm not gonna miss out. Let him go ahead while I'm on vacation, start this engine that I'm committed to and stuff like that." So I said, "Look, I get back Monday. Today was, a bad day, and then I told him, look, I'm gonna pass by tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and put our heads together. I kind of told everybody on the second we're gonna have that video up going because I still don't know if I'm gonna have any little small issues here and there or whatnot. But yeah, no, it was a good vacation, Steven. I needed it. The West Coast was pretty cool. Kind of a couple things that were a little like wow, a couple of things like the homeless situation in the West Coast was a little like I didn't expect that at all, but whatever, that's a whole different topic. um nice, man. You guys, I mean, I was in Seattle. I went from Seattle, I passed through Portland, I did the coast of Oregon. Oh, South Africa, man, I gotta hit that place up one day. I think my next stop after I go ahead and go to the United States and do all the manufacturers and all that, I'm gonna go to Europe and then just work my way up that way and see all the types of boats, man. There's so many boats out there, so many different people. But long story short, guys, tomorrow I'm going to be with Rodolfo. So I ended up having to get that new harness. I had to buy the brand new harness, but it is what it is. We got it, you know. I'd rather have it than not have it. The people at Carrera were so nice to give it to me. It was just from an older Verado, so it didn't work out. You should do the Grady White. Listen, I am available for whoever wants to showcase their factory and their tours. What I just don't want, for my sake and for your sake, is for people to put restrictions on what I can and can't do. So if you tell me, listen, your factory, my factory is here open for you to, hide all your mess, and I'll go over there and just feature what the people want to see. Some companies don't want that, and I don't charge them, guys. I do not charge them, and I kind of figure that you'll get the most out of these manufacturers when you let them not worry about, well, does it make sense to do this and have somebody here. Listen, my channel, for when it comes to boats, gets a lot of views. It gets a lot of views. I mean, I don't know if it's because you guys like watching the channel. I don't know if YouTube decided to go ahead and just push my channel. I don't know, but we do get a lot of views. So yeah, I mean, that plant over there, if you haven't seen that video of the manufacturing plant in Seattle of Life Proof, dude, those people are doing it right. What's up, Oliver? Uh, Oliver, guy, he follows my Instagram also. If you guys don't follow my Instagram, I got an Instagram a little bit more active on there. You see a little bit more of my personal life. I don't put so much of my personal life here on YouTube. But I really appreciate you guys. You guys that come in and out. It was just right now doing like a video, maybe for some other time. I was just reading out all my mean comments, and some people that watch my Instagram see the crazy comments because I'll screen capture them and put them on there, and they're pretty funny. So where's everyone from, bro? I mean, what? I see 18 people here. I only see like, when are you cranking? Well, listen, tomorrow I might be cranking. but I won't be showing the video until the 2nd. Okay, but tomorrow we're gonna be together. So that's nice to share your salmon. Oh man, listen, CMAT, bro, that was the best scenario. What CMAS is talking about, I went fishing in Depot Bay, cool little town in Oregon, and I went fishing. We caught a bunch of fish. Yeah, Cutler Bay, we're neighbors. Um, well, whatever. I was over there in salmon fishing, and I had 4 fillets, and I gave one to one family, and then they shared it with another family. I went back to get some extra footage at the end of the day of the same place to get a little bit more footage. And the guy recognized me after the other people told him, "Hey, look, he does YouTube. He gave us this." So Cuba's watching. Houston, Texas, Vancouver Island. I know, man. They told me to go over there, but you know what? Honestly, I didn't even. They told me there's so much, like, oh, that's the prettiest place to go and stuff like that in that area. West Palm. That's where we got the motor from. We got it over in Riviera Beach. So yeah, I gave that salmon away, and the guys were, man, it made me feel so good, because honestly, like, remember, I wake up really early. My wife and my kids are still sleeping, so I'm like, hey, I got a little fishing adventure to do here. Cool little family, two little girls. They had a great time, and two cool people were on the boat, and we were just hanging out, man. And then the guy that was on that boat, if you didn't see that video, his name was Brandon, and I was just bugging with him because every time he touched a rod, he'd lose a fish. So I was like, let me make this, so much so that the captain was like, "Brandon, you suck." So it was pretty funny. Uh, don't worry about the haters, bro. We need the haters. Listen, the haters are gonna hate. That's always gonna happen. I do spearfish, bro, but my friends spearfish better. So I'm on the boat driving while they're fishing. Yeah, bro. I have two girls too. 12. Listen, I didn't honestly, I didn't even know we didn't even need to go out that far to catch them. You know, I think we were like in 200 feet of water, and it was like maybe, I don't know, maybe half a mile out from Depot Bay. So it was cool, man. I mean, I really liked the coast of Oregon, Northern California. I passed through all that area. Actually, I got stuck. I didn't really mention that, but I got stuck in one of the beaches with the car, which, oof, my wife gave me hell for that one. Uh, but whatever, you got to make memories. I should have YouTubed that, but if I would have done that, oh man, that would have been that would have gotten my trip, and she would have just, because I exaggerated everything Alfred Montaner does is to the extreme. So she was like, no, 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 no. Please don't tell me. I go, babe, give me my phone real quick. I go, well, what? Your phone for what? Yeah, she was gonna kill me, bro. It was one of those things that you're like, if I do this right now, um, it's gonna ruin the rest of my trip. So I kind of got back to imagine craziness of work. YouTube, you would have been lonely. No, man. Listen, I'm a smart man, bro. I don't mess around with a wife. Happy wife, happy life, bro. You mess with everything else. When I caught that fish, I was like, where's the first state park that I can go to so I can go ahead and make this? I actually wanted to eat it raw, but I couldn't. I didn't have a knife. So I wasn't expecting that. The night before, I was like, oh, shoot. Where can I get my Oregon fishing license? I did it online. I did it on my phone. I said, hey, yeah, babe, I'm going to be exploring at 5 in the morning. She's probably thinking, what the hell is this guy doing at 5 in the morning out of this place? But Gold Beach, I passed through there. That was kind of cool. We went through Portland. And at the end of everything, we went to San Francisco. And from San Francisco, we went to LA. And then we flew back. And it was a cool experience. I think that once you see the world for what it is, not for what the people tell you or the media tells you, when you see stuff for your own eyes, you kind of get an idea of why certain people respond a certain way. And I think that that's one of the things that I like about traveling is that, look, there's that, I'm sure a lot of you guys follow him, Dear Me for Dinner. He's right now in Saudi Arabia, and he's like, yo, I've never would have thought it was like this or whatnot. And honestly, that happens to a lot of people. You don't know, Let me see if I see the comments here because I'm not seeing any comments. Hold on a second. There you go. So yeah, guys, for those of you just getting in, tomorrow we're gonna be at Rodolfo's house. I'm gonna try to see if we crank that thing over. I had to get a new harness for it, so with your Belzona, no Carlo, cheers. You need to see stuff with your own. Yeah, look, John, trust me when I tell you, you got to see stuff for your own eyes because if you don't, things, anybody can tell you anything. So, but yeah, I learned that a long time ago that, you know, I don't believe anything that someone tells me. I kind of look at it, engage, and I'll tell you guys the same thing, even with my stuff, right? So something that I might think is a good product or something like that, always be skeptical and say, you know what, is it, maybe it's good for them or that, or look, for instance, I'm a huge hater of PVC boats. PVC meaning like the plastic PVC type for inflatables and stuff. I can't stand them, but I can't stand them because I'm in a South Florida weather, right? And it's all hot in here. But when you go to Seattle in July and it's 55 degrees, those people don't have summer. I'm sorry, you guys don't have summer. You think you have summer, you have no idea what summer is, guys. Summer's right now 98 degrees, that's summer. But it doesn't really affect those boats over there. So PVC might not be a bad thing over there. So I could understand that and relate to that. But over here, I imagine every other call we get is, oh, my PVC boat failed, yada yada. Can you do something? And I'm like, dude, I don't want to do something that you're gonna be mad at me afterwards and say, you know what, Alfred Montaner's a crook, and I went took my boat and then it doesn't and it leaks everywhere. I don't need that. So, but yeah, so whatever. Tomorrow, like I said, we'll find out what's up. If you should go check out the boating community on the East Coast. Well, I have passed through the East Coast. I just don't have enough money for all the tolls that I get. Oh, the dagger to the people in the East Coast. Ooh. No, I'm just kidding. I passed through New Jersey and I was like, dude, I'm $80 in tolls here. What the hell's going on here? And then I gotta go pump my own gas, and some guy pushes me off and says, hey, that's my job. I'm like, oh, sorry, dude, I didn't know. I'm from Florida. Yes, yeah, there's tons of tolls. Yeah, trust me. Everywhere you go, man, you see kind of like different characters and different people, and it's cool. Honestly, it's cool, and it gives me a better understanding of some of you guys, because listen, sometimes like I have people that make comments and they say, oh, well, you guys think that I know exactly what you guys want. I don't. Some of you guys got to remember, some of you guys follow my channel because I restore boats. Some of you guys follow my channel because I fixed the Verado. Some of you guys follow the thing because I've done sandbar videos. Some people watch my rib fishing. So it's basically everything that has to do with the water. But all of you guys are a little different. You like certain things different. So I can't please everybody, So I do what I have to do. And in that case, you guys enjoy the content, or sometimes no. I mean, every other comment I get now, I'll do like a fishing video and they're like, so what's up with the Verado? And I already see the face like with the emoji. What's up with the Verado? So somebody put there was a kitty cat or something that got lost. His name was Verado. I came back and he left. Or it's a pretty funny comment. I'm actually gonna do a video of these comments because some of them are just funny. I know. Everybody wants to see it. Trust me, I do. But I didn't want Rodolfo to go ahead and start the damn motor that I went ahead and went crazy on while I'm gone. I want to experience that too. I want to hear it not crank over. I want to experience all that too. So, no, I want it to crank over. Don't get me wrong. But I want to see if something happens. I want to know what's going on. I want to be there when it happens, because also I got to move quick. So I have a window between now, between today, which tomorrow, and the second, which is when I promised, because remember, I had to keep an account that I had my vacation that I couldn't do anything. England, what's up, baby? Thank you for being in the chat. So I have that small window that I have to go ahead and say, make sure everything is perfect. Now, I don't know what things can happen along the way, but my goal is to make sure that we get it going for the second, So, and remember, we have not done this with anybody else. It's Rodolfo, that little book, me, and a couple people that I call here and there that have helped us out, like if we have any technical issues or certain things that we don't understand, because Mercury, no, man, stop it. I know Mercury's gonna like me at the when it's all said and done. They have nothing to lose, guys. Some Cuban guy just went and got a motor from 11 days in the water and started it up. Would have done, anybody would have done that, you know. So I know, Robert, we're doing it, man. We're doing it. We're trying to, bro. We're trying to get this thing. Hey, take care, C-Mats. Hey, thanks for the comments, bro. I watch all your comments, guys, even the bad ones. And then the guys that are just straight up idiots, I block you guys, you know. The Mercury's at Rodolfo's house, but I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. We're going to be out there. I don't know. I might not go live. I don't know. We'll see. But the video is going to be on the 2nd, all right? So whatever. So we'll see what happens. I should be hitting the water soon too down here. Oh, I don't know, John. I don't know, bro. If I do that live, nobody's gonna watch it, bro. I want people to see it. Look, I still haven't had a video other than the recovery video that's really taken off. A lot of people don't know about this, and that's one of the things that people don't understand. 97% of the people that watch are all new. The other 3% are just subscribers. So think about it. I'm trying to make sure that all the people that are watching are you guys that know the story, and then I'm trying to get YouTube to pick up on the story to show people, oh shoot, because every time I talk to somebody, they're like, oh, that happened. Yeah, it happened, you know. And sometimes when they start seeing the video, they'll send me a message. They'll be like, oh man, that was crazy, blah blah blah. I appreciate that, Scoop. What are the thoughts? Oh man, I missed that one. What are the thoughts of something? I missed that question. Who was it? What are your thoughts on layering tubes if you aren't leaking? But man, you can second skin, Oliver. I've done it to a boat of mine. You know, you'll get a little bit of bubbles here and there, but it'll give you time. It'll give you time. I'll tell you, if you can afford it, it'll probably be better to just get the retube. You know, do that. It'll probably cost you less in the long run, and you're gonna have a better looking boat. You know, like I said, Tremendo Raft is a boat that I have, and I like that boat a lot, and I have a second skin on it, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, man. So what's up? What's some of the latest? Did anybody watch that video of me over there in that Seattle in that with that yacht line? Dude, what an epic boat. My God, man. I don't know, guys, if you guys can experience. I try to make you guys experience exactly how I feel when I'm on those boats. That yacht line 33 with those triple 350s. Oh man, an unbelievable boat. It was one of my latest videos. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Just go to my video section. Just for you guys that are kind of new, if you go to the playlist, I try to make everything as easy as possible. So for you guys that like rib fishing and fishing and all that stuff, I have a rib fishing playlist. For the people that are just getting into the Verado, I have a whole Verado playlist from order. So if you want to watch the whole video from order, exactly how it's happened, you can check that out. Content, thanks, bro. I mean, I don't know so much about the great personality, bro. You know? Keep it light, bro. You might let us know when you're gonna splash the Verado so we can join in the water. I'll tell you what. Look, here's what I'm thinking, right? So if I can get it going, like if I can get it started tomorrow, or I'm not gonna say anything to anybody, okay? I'm just telling you tomorrow I'm gonna try to start it. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day that we got the harness, we're ready to go. So tomorrow we'll try to start. I'm not gonna tell anybody anything, and then if I know it's already good to go, we're ready to go, then I'm gonna maybe go ahead and set up a place that we can, you know, get a bunch of people, maybe some barbecue, maybe do something. I don't know. We have a short window to try to do this, but we might do something like that, and then do it with a bunch of crowd and stuff like that. Life proof, man, badass. And let me tell you something. One thing is it's a badass boat, but the people working the boat, man, they're all happy. They're run by a good company. The main guy there, super good guy. CEO, super good guy. All the workers there are super cool people. And when you see that, man, that's huge. When people want to work there and do a good job, yeah. All right, he'll be there from Orlando. Yeah, please get the lads. Oh, I missed it. So yeah, I mean, so where are some of you guys from? Where else are you? I would be great, please. So the motor run, pulled it out to sea. Yeah, guys, I mean, if it doesn't start, I already told people playing around, I'll just take it right back to where I got it and just dump it right there and let those lionfish get it. You know, saying they're like, dude, we paid the mortgage for 3 months in a row. Why are we in foreclosure? Those poor lionfish. I mean, dude, 11 days and there's already 2 lionfish in that thing. Hey, take care, Oliver, bro. Thanks for stopping by, bro. I'm always watching the stuff you put on Instagram, man. Take care. Um, so yeah, we'll see. I mean, I want to go to the sandbar and talk to people. I haven't had a moment to do that. Those are kind of some Portugal. Yeah, what's up, Felipe? Pig in the box at Adolfo's. Oh, you saw that. That's la caja china. Yeah, man, we do that on Nochebuena. Yeah, we'll do something cool, man. Rodolfo's now feeling the pressure too. He's feeling the pressure because he's telling me, hey, when are you getting back? And I'm like, hey, dude, I'm not gonna be back until X day. He's like, man, Alfred, even old clients of mine that haven't seen me for a long time are calling me, hey, when are you gonna fire up the Verado? I'm like, dude, that's a sickness, bro. We have to start this thing up. The world is watching. The world is watching. Hey, listen, the world is watching. And you know what? I think that's why I'm really proud to be a part of this. You know, I think, like I said in my last video when I was talking about the Verado, this is about like not giving up, man. If you want to put your mind to something, you can make it happen. You know. All right, hey, one day I'll be over there in England, man. Tampa Bay, baby. Look at that. You guys got that boat guy over there in Tampa. Eric's the bomb, bro. You have to watch his videos. Eric and Salty Sportsman are the Tampa guys. We got a lot of cool local guys over here too. We got Alex from the kayaks guy. We got Monster Mike, Brian the CEO. We got a bunch of people over here, man. You know, Catch 'em All, Deer Meat for Dinner. All those cool guys are down here in South Florida. A little bit somewhere a little further up, but they're there. I could start it live, you know, but the reason I wouldn't do that is because the algorithm for YouTube doesn't pick up on live stuff. So I want the most amount of people to see it as it happens. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't do that. And when it's all said and done, I want the video to take off. Once you guys watch the videos, like the videos, and you know, press that like button and share and all that stuff, the algorithm of YouTube tells all the people who've seen those videos, hey, it's suggested this is probably what you want to see. So that's why I don't do that, because the algorithm needs to absorb the information and then it starts sharing it. Like a very small percentage of you right now have your notifications on, so you guys get to see like me talking to you guys now in person on real time. They don't pick up on information until this video is processed. More crazy tests with rib boats like the other without air in the ocean. Oh, well, look, if you like that, well, I'll tell you what, if you like that, I'll give you a little, you know, there's a company that I'm going to do work with, a very recognized worldwide company, and we're going to do a segment, why rib boats. And one of the things I told them, I said, listen, I want to go ahead and use one of your boats, and I want to be without a collar. I don't want to have any tubes on there, and just completely take off the tubes and then run it in the open ocean, you know? And he's like, dude, that is sick. I've been dying to do that. I was like, you're my type of dude, bro. So I want to do a bunch of stuff like that. Because what happens is, especially some of you guys that are new to rib boats, I don't know, it's kind of like, I get on regular boats, people, and I mess around and I say, if you're not on a rib, it's a sinkable boat. I really believe that. All right, take care, Robert. I think, look, boats are boats. You know, if you take care of them, maintain them, they're made well, you won't have a problem. I just like the added protection that the inflatable tubes give you. Like when Black Betty went down, when those engines went down, obviously those bolts, you know, were taking in water. We only had 2 bolts left on the other engine. I don't think I ever talked about that, but we only had 2 bolts, and those were about to go. So we would have lost 2 engines that day if it wasn't for that first one happening. But yeah, once I knew that I was on with the inflatable, I was like, dude, this can fill up with water. It's not going to go down, you know? So, but you know, it's always crazy. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Rob, stick around. And guys, don't forget to like the videos when you watch them, even if you don't like them. You know, even I rather you guys put a dislike than a like, or a like. I'd rather you put a like, obviously, but I'd rather you comment, like or dislike rather than do nothing, because doing nothing makes you irrelevant. You don't really giving me any feedback, you know. So try to give me as much feedback as possible. So I think it's just cool. Like right now, I'm still kind of jet lagged from the West Coast. I'm like 3 hours in my head, you know, like still jet lagged from the West Coast. But I'm getting a little bit normal now. So I'll be tomorrow with Rodolfo. We'll try to start this, and yeah, bro. I listen. I don't stress the hater. I use the Mayweather tactic. The Mayweather tactic is you have people that like you and people that hate you. You got to have both, and that's when you get the most views, you know. So if there's a lot of people that hate me, that's great. That's a good thing, you know. But I think it's funny that from the beginning, I was looking at some of the videos, the comments on the videos, like they're like, oh, look at a stupid asshole, you know, whatever. He's not gonna go get that engine, and you know. Then we get it. Then we take it apart. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna take it out completely, and you know. Listen, I know there's a lot of people that want me to fail. They want Rodolfo to fail. They want everything to fail. Trust me. Why? It's not because they really want that to happen. They don't really want that to happen. They're just invested in hating on the circumstance. You know what I'm saying? They're invested in it, and they'll feel bad. Almost like they feel like they're going to lose something because they're invested on hating in the beginning. And I get that. But at some point, they're going to turn. We'll turn them. Don't worry about it. We'll turn them. We'll start it up. We'll get them excited. And then, you know, they'll be a part of it. And they'll be like, how do I scrub that comment? How do I take that off from YouTube? It's all right, guys. Listen, I think you got to forgive people. And listen, I don't mind you guys. Like I said, I'd rather have a hater than not have a hater. Listen, when I tell you guys, Black Betty is probably one of the best boats I've ever driven. And ridden, because I drove it too. It's an incredible boat. I mean, the shockwave technology on that console is so incredible that you don't feel how damaged, how much back and forth you get. And just so you guys know, the boat sold. Well, look, that boat ended up selling, and you know, everything in Harry was like, oh, it'll never sell. And, you know, normally people like to buy boats that the motors stay on. Guys, anybody can make a mistake. A worker can make a mistake. An executive can make a mistake. I mean, you name it, it can happen. In this situation, we're just fortunate that we're okay, you know? And I'm the type of individual that I like to try to make things right. I didn't like the fact that the engine was in the water. That really bothered me too. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and get it. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, once that motor gets going, you know, we'll get the quirks out. We'll see, you know, a little here and there. But, I mean, most of the sensors, now the new harness, the computer's not new, but it's a different computer. We'll see. And like I said, Mercury hasn't been involved in this because they don't need to. You know, they're like, I don't want to touch this. Understandably. But they could have gone behind the scenes and said, hey, listen, you know, we'll kind of help you out with support or something. If you have any questions, we'll open up a line for you guys. Even the Mercury representatives and people who buy Mercury are like, yo, I don't understand that. And I have videos of me trying to reach out to them. But whatever. It is what it is. I mean, I honestly, Rob, I haven't been on it. I haven't been on a new 450R yet, but you know, I'm working on one that has 6 of them. Trying to get on one that has 6 of them. Maybe we'll drop 2 engines in the water. I'll get 2 this time. Just kidding, not 2. We'll go for 4. We'll go for 4 this time. I haven't been on there, but they look really badass there. Imagine, they're 450 horsepower and they're lighter than the 400s. So I think I mean, they're doing it right. You know, they're doing it right. They're a $2 billion company, you know. Some crazy guy that tried to retrieve an engine and try to start it, and we don't know yet, you know. So they got nothing to lose. But once they start it, they might come around. You know, they might say, hey, how you doing, Alfred? Nice to meet you. Thanks for doing what you did. So, and I did it more to get it out of the ocean. You know, in my mind, I said, well, you know, how cool would it be now if I get it started, you know? So then I kind of made it up to that, you know? I'd get the 450s because they're lighter, man. I'd get the 450s because they're lighter, you know? 6 to 7 Marine is those are beast motors too. Imagine you see those on all those 55 footers now. I'm actually working right now on a 55 foot rib boat. I'm going to see if I can ask the customer to see if he can let me put some video of that. But that's a cool restoration. I'm redoing the upholstery inside. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, bro, look, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, guys. You know, they call me. They're like, hey, you want to come over here? You want to do this, and that? If it makes sense for me and it's cool and it's interesting for me, I'm there. You know. So, and having that said, I still have my own life and I still got to do my own things. And you know what I'm saying? We all have to work and we all have to do stuff. You know, I'm getting pulled at all corners. I get emails here. People ask me questions. I'm pretty good about that. If some of you guys have seen that, you'll reach out to me via email. My website is luxuryribtenders.com, so you know. But some people reach out to me through the website and they'll ask me questions, or you know. Rob, hey, thanks for sticking around, bro. See, one day maybe we'll go ahead and, I don't know, go meet the Queen or something. I don't know. I haven't been over there. I've been to Europe, but I haven't been to Britain. So, but I don't know. She'll be like, hold on. Aren't you the guy with the Verado? You're not supposed to be talked to, bro. Oh man. So was it? What do we got here? This is the criminal. This is the criminal of the family, guys. That's we call him Chapo because this guy all the time he's escaping, dude. Everywhere we go, I'm screaming after that guy. I get calls, Mr. Montaner, your dog is left again, and I'm like, oh my god, where's this dog at, bro? Why is this happening to me? Yeah, bro. I'll tell you what. He was a mistake. I don't like to admit that. I missed that one. How many views you had? Man. Many of you guys I thought you would at least give. Well, listen. Here's the thing. Mercury's in a tight pickle. Here's why. This Mercury situation isn't going away, and the video is going to be on the top of search results for a long time. And when the average person says, hey, listen, why didn't they go ahead and help that one dude that went ahead and retrieved the engine, yada yada, and then people won't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they have their motives. I understand that. I don't agree with it. I think you can get a little disconnected at times because you're making so much money, and that's what happened. Imagine, guys, I'm putting these videos 6, 5, 4 engines everywhere. They forget about the little guy, you know, when the first founding father of that place, you know, said, hey, I'll talk to everyone. And this is where the CEO needs to go ahead and talk to his marketing team and his strategic executive committee or whoever he wants to talk to and say, yo, why haven't we addressed this? Why are we letting this fester? You know, this one guy, because I ain't going away, and those videos are not going to go away, and it's only going to get bigger. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, at some point, if they start the engine and, you know, it's a happy go story, yeah, you know, whatever. And I don't want anything from them. I just wanted a little bit of support so people can tell me, hey, listen, what you can do is this or that, or, you know, maybe don't go this route or do that, you know. Oh, I don't care if they hate me. I mean, bro, people are going to hate no matter what. And I don't people that do business with me, listen, people that tell me, when I talk to the CEO of Fluid, who when I told him, I said, listen, what do you want to do with this? I have the footage. I go, this is a 1 million view video. Now, people that have a brain, this is exactly what I told them. People that have a brain are going to understand that a worker made a mistake. There's going to be 1,000 other people that think they know everything and think I know everything about boating, and they're just going to go ahead and say, well, they don't know nothing, I'll never buy this boat. Those people wouldn't buy that boat anyways. But somebody that has half a brain is going to say, well, somebody made a mistake. And he was man enough to address the mistake, which is very uncommon. Trust me, guys, when I tell you. I've seen a lot of situations, a lot of problems, a lot of things that they're saying, please don't put that. And I'm a man, and I'm going to say, if I tell you I'm not going to put it, you don't have to worry. I'll bury it right there. You'll never see that footage. And because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that people and companies trust me, just like you guys trust me, to give you guys the best information. That's why I don't charge these guys when I do these videos. I don't charge them. Um, because I don't want them to also restrict me and say, look, say this or that. No, no. You want me to go ahead and show your stuff? I'm going to give you an unbiased. I'm not here to trash anybody's boat either, you know. Um, yeah, that's what I want to do. Look, I started working with Pat Express. It's some of you guys have seen that video. Dude, I met Libero at the show in Miami. I was a little tipsy, ending the show, and this guy went ahead and polished an ambulance at the Miami show. I was like, dude, how can you not give that guy your time? He's so hungry. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this stuff out. Then I honestly, like I said, dude, this is a game-changing product. Not so much that it's gonna eliminate the whole process of sanding and polishing. Listen, that's still gonna be the main way. But it's different when somebody that doesn't know, that just doesn't know, that wants to make this simple, and you're not the most handy or crafty guy, that'll at least get the job done. I wanted that stuff in the West Coast. I had a little issue. I was like, dude, man, I need some Pat Express right now to go ahead and mess up this, fix this scratch that I just got. So, but yeah, you know, look, see, I do that. I get stuff sent all the time. Sometimes I like stuff, sometimes I don't, you know. If I like something, I'll tell you guys about it, you know. And then you guys tell me about it. And then I learn from you guys. If you guys tell me, look, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, you know. I only can learn from my mistakes and your feedback, you know, when it comes to products and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to rib boats, I know a lot about rib boats because I'm on a lot of them, you know. I've made a lot of mistakes, and that's why I'm so good at it, because I failed a lot, and failure is a part of success. You need to fail so you can figure out what you did wrong, and then you don't do it again. And that's where Lombardi would say, there's no substitute for experience. That's what it is, you know. So, but yeah, hopefully I get this thing. What's the current talking? You're a late joiner. We're just talking about crack cocaine and hookers, Texas. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's nice to see that there's somebody really out there, huh, on the other side. I would get a 10-meter rib. I wouldn't get a 15-meter rib. That's too much of a mission. Right now, actually, we're just talking a little bit of everything. Texas, I was telling him that tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and try to start the Verado with Rodolfo at his house. I just got back from my West Coast vacation, and it was cool, you know, kind of just talking about the stuff, and, you know, I mean, whatever you missed, you can go back and watch the video yourself and stuff like that. Every now and then, I don't do this that often, so I want to reach out to you guys, and, you know, but I appreciate you guys. Hey, so I get a lot of people that tell me, man, because of you, I'm interested in rib boats, or I bought a rib boat because of you. One of the things lately that I've been seeing is some people are asking me, should I buy a new boat or should I buy a used boat? I mean, I think people that can afford a new boat should get a new boat. You know, if you can't afford a brand new boat, you're probably better off getting an older boat and just restoring it yourself. You know, the cost of a new boat is, for a lot of people, is a lot of money, and rib boats are not the cheapest thing in the world too, but they're very good. And contrary to popular perception, those tubes will last you 15-20 years, you know, especially if they're Hypalon tubes. So yeah, I mean, look, right now nobody thinks about rib boats or cares about rib boats because, like, for instance, in South Florida, I know some of you guys in Europe and stuff like that measure things by liter and stuff like that. Big boat, dang. I see you all the time, big. I'm glad you're here, bro. But gas is like $2.40 or $2.45 a gallon or something in South Florida. I went to California. Gas was $5.49. $5.49 in California. I was like, Go get me one of those bird scooters, babe. Bird scooter. Yeah, I know the people in San Francisco and Los Angeles are like, oh yeah, I've been on a bird scooter. They're little electric scooters, kind of like a, I don't know, it's cool. I mean, but honestly, you don't want to be on a scooter everywhere you go because gas is $6. I don't know. I don't know. Um, but yeah, so once the price of gas goes higher, rib boats become more appealing, you know, because they're more efficient, they're lighter. Um, I like them for the reason that I talked in that video when I deflated one of my rib boats in the middle of the ocean, because it gives me an extra layer of protection, you know. It's not everybody's thing. Some people want a pontoon boat. Shoot, the last West Palm Beach show, I was like, whoa, look at this pontoon boat. This guy had a 425 horsepower on that thing, on a pontoon boat. He said it goes 50 miles an hour. And the crazy thing is, I believe him 100%, and I want to do a sea trial on that if I can. So, I think the market is changing. The world is changing. The whole, I think, look at the kayak world. Kayak fishing is exploding. Kayaks are exploding. Boats are exploding. Little inflatables. Those Wally boats that are plastic boats, are all those things are happening, man. Or carbon hull. I would get fiberglass. I mean, carbon is great for being light and stuff like that, but I'd rather go fiberglass if you can, or aluminum. And I'm not knocking it. That's just my preference. I just think that it's so rigid that when you have issues, it cracks, and I don't know. That's just, I'm just speaking from experience here. No, look. I'll tell you this: if you're new to boating and you want to get a boat, get something first you're going to learn with, that you're going to make mistakes with, that it's not going to bother you if you mess it up. The good thing about rib boats, I think that it gives you a lot of leeway when you have an issue. What's up, Chopper? What happened? You came back? See, this is my princess. Hold on, guys. This one's my princess. This is my princess right here. That's my princess. That's Riley. So I think the more mistakes you make, the better. In that you learn more when you actually have a bigger boat that you can actually hurt yourself and hurt people. Always make sure that you learn how to navigate in the water and stuff like that. I think I've made mistakes in the aspect of, because I've tried to get the shot per se, or the video and all that stuff. I haven't done all the safety stuff that I should be doing as somebody that's on these boats often. And some of these companies, they remind me, hey, look, you need to have this, and that. So I get that. The more I'm on these boats, the more I realize that there's kids watching, and there's things, and you want to do things the right way. You don't want people to get hurt, because all it takes is that one moment. Guys, I've been lucky. Let me tell you, that situation with the Black Betty was one thing. Dude, I've been ejected, straight up ejected from a rib boat. I'm telling you, full speed. I'm driving. I got two of my brothers in the boat. Two of my brothers. So, thank God I didn't get sued. Well, one of them probably try to sue me later, because we're fighting now. But he won't sue me. At least I hope not. But I got straight up ejected. And thank goodness I had my lanyard on. And if you look at my rib fishing videos when I'm fishing, I always have like a little yellow thing hanging off my pocket. And what that is, it's an emergency EPIRB from ACR. And that, I got that as soon as I was ejected that first time. That was a big eye-opener for me, that I was like, hey, I always have to have my lanyard on. In that case, I didn't have my life vest on. There's three of us on the boat. my really, really overweight brother, I guess, got the momentum, and he actually leaned on the console, and all the bolts of the console just but whatever, it didn't break. Yeah, they didn't put the right bolts. They put Honda bolts on that Texas. They put Honda bolts and Mercury nuts, and it sheared off. There was no way around that. There was so much impact from writing and writing and writing and writing. I mean, dude, we were jumping so many ways. It didn't translate in the video. It didn't. Boom, boom, boom. I literally can get the bolt and the screw and put the bolt directly through the nut. Uh, that's crazy for gas. No, no. The West Coast gas price was, wow, it was crazy. Um, Another thing I'll tell you what I've learned too, and I think a lot of you boaters should always have this. And I'll tell you, I had a situation happen on Father's Day one year. Um, with family, you know, you always have that belligerent, you know, your wife's cousin's husband. That's the belligerent guy that wants to overly drink. Ah, it can't be. You know, that guy. Um, and I had an issue with the boat, and the engine turned off. He goes, "Oh, great! This is perfect time to go into the water and piss." I was like, "Dude, what is wrong with this guy?" So he jumps in the water. So I'm like, got a bunch of people in the boat. He jumps in the water, and I'm trying to start the boat. And then my daughter, my oldest daughter, she's in her 20s. She was probably maybe 18, 19 at the time. Jumps in right after him. The wind is going one way, the current's going the other way. I can't get the boat started. I'm like, "What are you doing?" So we have the throw device. Imagine I have a bunch of people on the boat. But everybody else on the boat didn't know what was going on because they don't know how to throw an anchor, because God forbid, you know, anybody else other than you knows how to throw an anchor on the boat. So I'm thinking, dude, I got belligerent guy over here, half drunk. He's probably going to have a heart attack in the water because he's overweight. My daughter, which is most important, but she was closer. So I learned one time, I was at the wreck in at the Christ in Key Largo. My neighbor, one time, I had my daughter with me, my little daughter, and I couldn't sustain the current. My neighbor at the time told me, "Hey, look, he had fins. I didn't have a fin. He gave me one fin, and he had one fin and I had one fin. I put one fin in, and we both went back to the boat and took the baby back to the thing." And so I realized, oh wow, with a fin, even if you have one and he has one, you can swim back together. You kind of like you swim back together and you'll be fine. Well, long story short, I get 2 life vests, and throw device. I threw it to my daughter. I told her, "Look, just float whatever you want. Just stay here. I'll get the boat started. Don't panic. You're fine. You'll be fine now." So I got to her first because obviously that's my daughter. The other one is like, "Oh, I'm serious. I'm about to go under." So this guy's like about 100 yards away from the boat. So I put my head down. I got the fins on, and I start, you know, swimming to him. Mind you, it's Father's Day. His daughter is on the boat screaming. Total chaos. When I mean panic mode. First thing I did was throw the anchor, because I don't want to be the guy swimming, you know, God knows how far, because, you know, I didn't do the anchor. Long story short, I get to him like just before he went under. And when he went under, well, I picked him up and I go, "Relax, bro, I'm here. I wanted him to get out of the panic mode." He goes, "Oh my God, dude, you really saved my life." And I was like, "Dude, all right." So, all right. I go, "Look, we'll take all day now. It's fine. We'll take all day. But we need to get back to the boat." And remember, the boat was already anchored. So it wasn't going the opposite way, but we were fighting current. So I put my head down and I started pushing him. But dude, this guy was like 350 at the time. And I was like, "Dude, this is not going to happen." And then I remembered of that situation when I was at the Christ in Key Largo, where I had this issue and my neighbor went ahead and gave me one fin. I had one fin. We both had 2 fins. And we started. I said, "Listen, I need you to go ahead and do your part and kick as much as we can, get closer to the boat." He got me about maybe 15, 20 yards to the boat. And he was like, "I can't no more. I can't no more. I go, "Dude, what are you going to die? I already saved your life, bro." And this is a guy that always used to say, "Just remember, I'm the alpha male of this family." And I was like, "All right, bro." And then I would always bother him after. I was like, "Who's the alpha now?" A big guy. So long story short, I put my head down. I got him into the thing. I got him to the boat. And it was Father's Day. And in my mind, I kind of envisioned me having to drag or have a dead guy on the side of the boat. And thankfully, it wasn't the case. I'm sure his ex-wife's probably thinks differently now. They're like, damn, Alfred, why'd you save this guy? It was a joke, people. It was a joke. Um, so, moral of the story is, I try not to leave on one of my boats without having fins. Um, I fished 30, 40 miles offshore, West Coast, Florida. Definitely would buy a rib boat safety. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I always like to have fins for that reason after that had happened, because worst case scenario, if something does happen, you can swim with fins, guys. You can swim a lot farther, a lot faster with fins. Obviously, a good life jacket, uh, two prop or what's the best? I ask all rib lads where I always wear my rib cord, man. I always tell people the same thing: wear your rib cord, bro. you're gonna you're gonna regret it one day when you least expect it. um, look at that. I mean, when I went to, you see, you guys kind of, I like to go prepared when I go on somebody else's boat, and I always have a black bag that I always have my stuff on, my safety stuff, the things that I think I need. But in this situation, when I went to with the Black Betty boat, I had just got back from a horrible nightmare trip to Iowa to deliver a boat that a subscriber gave me, that I gave to a friend of mine named PG. And if you go back into my video logs, you'll kind of see that a subscriber gave. Dude, it was the worst. It was the most. PG was like, "Hey, look, everything is good. All the bearings are greased up. The wheel fell off like twice, guys." It was the scariest trip of my life. I didn't even get to make it to Iowa. Um, so then I got back, and then I get a call. Hey, do you want to do the video? I'm going to be taking the boat from Palm Beach back to Fort Lauderdale. Do you want to do a video? I'm like, oh man, I just got in. I could be there in 2 hours. You got to give me 2 hours. So I got all the camera gear ready, and then got over, and that's how the story of Black Betty and me on the video and all that stuff happened. But yeah, guys, you got to try to be safe out there. I'll tell you, in my experience, speed is what kills you. Speed, and if you're drinking, and be extra cautious at night. And it's not so much you; it's the other guy who might not know what he's doing, or and it gets kind of scary sometimes. I've had situations that I'm like, yo, what the hell did this guy just do? So, but I think if we all little by little learn from each other's mistakes, I don't know. I found this whole YouTube thing. Some people would tell me, "Hey, Alfred, just go ahead and put some of your crazy missions on there." Like, I open myself up to so much scrutiny and people hating, and it's not so much me, because I can care less. Is that, sometimes, when you get so deep into stuff like this, it starts affecting other people, and they kind of have to be on board with that as well, So, and it's been a kind of fast ride. No, I'd rather just go one. What would you go? No, if I can have a 4-blade prop, I'd stay with a 4-blade. That's just me. So yeah, I mean, those are some of the things, man. I really appreciate you guys, dude. Some of you guys are all around the world. I kind of try to look at the analytics of who watches me from where and stuff like that. But I tell you, the best way I know about you guys is when you guys actually speak up, when you tell me yay or nay, or I like this, I don't like that. But also understand that I have multiple people that watch my channel for different things. Kentucky, bro. Kentucky. I got a friend in Kentucky now too. The gentleman who I fixed the fountain, Ian. That's my boy right there, bro. Ian from Kentucky, man. That guy is awesome. UK. Yeah, man. I mean, look. I think the more the times that people contact me, email me, and all that stuff, it kind of like gives me inspiration to do certain videos that I think are going to help some people, I think when I did the Verado video, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this because, there's some guy right now struggling, half dead or half dying, and he thinks that he can't do it, and he can. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you give your all in anything you do, you can accomplish anything. I mean, dude, I was on the flight back from the West Coast, and I saw literally a dude climb El Capitan in Yosemite, Vancouver, baby. Um, Dude, you know what it is to go ahead and climb El Capitan? If you haven't looked at it, it's a Yosemite National Park. It's beautiful. It's in California. If you've never seen it, it's the most impressive thing. You go under a tunnel, and all of a sudden that thing hits you, and you're like, wow. And this guy went ahead and he climbed that mountain, that rock, free solo with no ropes, nothing. I mean, you have to have a big pair of balls. I mean, maybe he doesn't, but you gotta really have your mind set on looking and visualizing. And one of the biggest things, and why I tell people is that you have to visualize on what you want accomplished. What's your end game? I seen my end game from day one of what's going to happen with this whole situation. Now along the way, I don't look at the noise. The noise is, I don't look at that. The noise, I just have to go through it. I know what's going to happen. Sometimes it's severe, sometimes it's less. In this case, the whole noise with the Verado, it was like, okay, well, this is $80. This is $40. This is $60, and it's kind of like little things here. I was like, wow, these little parts here and these sensors here and this and that, because I want to do it right. So those things are gonna happen. But as long as you have the end game and you're like, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right, I think you'll be right. You'll be all right. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, man. Hey, you guys have been awesome, bro. I appreciate you guys. Those that are watching after the fact, throw a like button. Problems with love ribs and big motors. Yeah, bro. We're gonna do big things, man. We're working on it, bro. We're working on it. You guys, I appreciate you guys, and do your thing. Be safe out there. And like I said, tomorrow I'll try to go ahead and see if I start this up. I don't know. Maybe watch my community tab. Okay. Maybe I might give some hints on my community tab function tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, listen. Do your best. Never give up. And remember, you are as good as your last best day. I'm out of here.